Okay. Come and sit up. Maybe with a little padding under the butt. When you get to your seated cross-leg position, change the cross of your legs. Do that. I still am amazed that I always put the same leg forwards. Just can't break the habit. Close your eyes and begin to settle yourself into a smooth breath pattern. I'm going to be thinking a little bit this morning about the pelvic bowl, the belly area, just in terms of how centered it can make us feel, actually, rather than a sort of capacity for strength or support. It's just this feeling of that is your true physical center. And actually, when you make a connection to this area, you feel really grounded. So let's do a little visualization. Just become more aware of the area. It's probably just below the belly button and behind the belly button. So it's in this space between the lumbar spine and the front of the belly. Just for a moment, bring your attention, but also your breath into this area. Maybe noticing that as you initiate your inhale, you might soften. The belly kind of just move out slightly. Feel your sit bones root down. So the bottom kind of firmly places itself on the mat. And then just let your hip flexors go, because you can let them go, because you've got this focus, this tone, this support from your low belly. Imagine there's a glowing orb of light that sits just beneath your belly button. And it's got some movement to it, this orb. Maybe it's spinning slightly backwards. And as this ball, this orb rolls backwards, it's letting light and energy move out of it. And this is spreading. It's like a sort of, it's got tendrils that reach out from the low belly area, and they move to the edges of the hip, and they start to move into the flexors, right up into the diaphragm. To take a couple of deep, full breaths into that visual. Like a sense of inner energy that moves outwards. Place your left hand on the belly area. Keep breathing. Keep that feeling of connection. And then take your right hand behind you. Place the back of your hand low on the lumbar spine. Keep breathing. Feel for lifting out of the area lengthways. And then leaning back into your center. Just really feel the support that comes from this area. What it offers up. Take a final deep breath in. Ribs expand, belly softens. And a huge sigh out. Gently move your hands back to your knees and blink your eyes open. Change the cross of your legs. Back to the nice side. Place your right hand to side of hip. Take an inhale. Let's do just a simple side bend here. Reach up into the armpit. Feel for a little wrap and a soft extension towards the side of the body. So don't lose the kind of connection to that pelvic bowl. As you reach into your side bend, feel like there's a little kind of support. There's a sort of connection to that area behind the belly button that feels like it enables this pose to happen. You gently pull back into yourself, knitting the rib cage to the midline. And then inhale, float this left arm all the way over, land it on the other side and bring the right arm up for a side bend. Wrapping out, breathing into right side ribs. Again, pull a slight connection to drawing the belly button to the back spine. Edges of feet press downwards. Let the head soften, open and close the mouth. And then inhale, float this right arm back, bring your head, torso to center. Change your legs into knee pile. Pick up your left knee and hook it on top of your right knee. Options have extended leg, half knee pile. Let's do some Kapalabhati. Take the fingertips behind you. See if you can press them into the floor to get a little lift up. And feel for kind of punching the collarbones through your shoulders. Take a big breath in. Blow everything out of the mouth. Inhale halfway. As you exhale, pump forcefully out of the nostrils, retracting now the belly with each pump. So livening up now the area around the pelvic bowl, upper abs. Keep lifting the chest, press elbows towards each other. Give yourself 20 more pumps, counting in your own head. Slow breath in. Hands walk forwards. As you exhale, forward fold across your knee pile. Softening into the low back. Feel the belly, just let itself go. So the thing about forward folds is they require a little bit of submission, a little bit of ease, which feels like, you know, a surrender. But it's a really good surrender. It's a really positive way to let go. So just let that happen. Notice where you're still gripping. Are you pushing into your hands, tensing the jaw or the neckline? Just let your whole front body relax. And the shoulder blades join the relaxation. As you inhale, press yourself all the way back up. Take legs out in front of you, give them a little shake. Maybe a thump into that left hip, which got a bit of a stretch. Swap sides with the legs, bring the right leg on top. Half or full knee pile. Take your peace fingers and wrap them around your toes. If you've only got one toe there, it's just one toe wrap, right? I want you to do a round of Shivananda. We're going to do 3. Take a really big breath in. Hold your breath, soften your shoulders, and just maybe even close your eyes. And then very slowly exhale out. Inhale again. Let the belly swell out as you breathe into side ribs. Hold the breath. Make sure the top line of the body is soft. Sit bones root down. Exhale out, opening the mouth. Inhale again through the nose, long and slow, lifting up through the crown of the head. Hold the breath, soften the shoulders. Press through the edges of the feet or the back of the leg if it's straight. And then open the mouth and sigh it out. Hands move forwards, take a breath in, lengthen. Full forward fold, exhale out fully. Head hangs, feel for pressing through the sit bones as you lift a little length through the lumbar spine and then deposit your belly across the thigh. Hang out, softness and ease. Make sure the jaw is fully relaxed. Catch yourself grinding. And then press yourself back up into an inhale. Take legs out in front of you, give them a little shake. Come and lie down on your backs. Let's do some abdominals. Grab a roll or a cork block, or both, and have them close by. Let's lie down on the back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Elbow to knee, moving into thigh traction. Reach the elbows straight up. Pick your feet up off the floor. Take a full inhale, head and shoulders partially lift. Hold the breath, curl tailbone as you exhale, elbows to left thigh, right foot extends 45 degrees. Lengthen the right thigh, squeeze the right butt cheek into the midline. Inhale back to center, full breath. Hold breath, curl tailbone, exhale, elbows to right thigh, left leg extends, spread the toes. Lift out of the underside of your shoulders, pull your belly downwards. Inhale back to center, full breath. Hold breath, curl tailbone, exhale, elbows to left thigh, right foot extends, spread the toes. Lift a little bit further up through the triceps, belly down. Make sure the jaw is relaxed. Inhale back to center, full inhale. Hold breath, curl tailbone, exhale, elbows to right thigh, left foot extends, spread your toes apart, reactivate the foot. Little more press down through the low belly. Inhale, huge breath. Hold breath, curl tailbone, exhale, elbows to left thigh, right foot goes straight up. Feel for reaching through the pad of the foot as you lift your left elbow a little higher. Take an additional inhale. Right hand grabs the right thigh low down. Traction it skywards. Push hand into thigh, thigh into hand. Soften the jawline. Release, inhale. Hold breath, curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows to right thigh. Left foot goes straight up. Spread the toes. Lift a little more, wrap through the underside of armpits, belly down. Inhale, left hand grabs left thigh. Traction it up, feel for reaching through the right tricep. There's an area in the low belly that really activates here, feel it, left side. Inhale, release. Hold breath, curl tailbone, exhale, elbows to left thigh, right foot goes straight up. Immediately release right hand, traction the thigh as you exhale, no pause pose. Inhale back to center, full breath. Hold breath, curl tailbone, elbows reach to right thigh, left leg up. Left hand tractions left thigh, finish your exhale, lifting your right tricep. Again, inhale back to center, full breath. Hold breath, curl tailbone, exhale, elbows to left thigh, right foot up. Right hand grabs right thigh, exhale, finish it by tractioning skywards. Inhale back to center, full breath. Hold the breath, curl tailbone, exhale, elbows to right thigh, left leg up. Press it up, release left hand, grab the thigh, traction skywards, pull your belly down. And then release everything, head and shoulders down, feet down. Place your hands on your low belly. Come into Baddha Khanasana. Soles of the feet together. Open the thighs. Diamond shape with those legs. Let the inner and outer hip area soften completely with your full breaths. Let go of that grip, which is not useful here. This is not a time to be holding on. Think about that. Sometimes it is useful to hold ourselves together, and sometimes we really need to just let it all hang out. We can't keep that level of control. It's impossible. Something breaks. Amazing. Hands to outside edge of thighs. Draw them together. Grab the roll. Stick it between your inner thighs. Squeeze onto it. Two-part twisting abs with a roll. Take the legs straight up. Hands interlace. Do the opposite one. Finger feels a bit weird. Behind the head with the clasped hands, elbows wrapped. Take a full inhale. Lift your head and shoulders up a little bit. Hold breath. Squeeze prop. Curl tailbone. As you exhale, reach elbows to left thigh. Curl tailbone a second time. Press the belly down. Inhale back to center. Soften the jaw. Hold breath, squeeze prop. As you exhale, reach to right thigh. Curl the tailbone up. Wrap through the right tricep. Press your belly down. Inhale, release it off. Hold the breath, squeeze the prop. Exhale, elbows to left thigh. Curl tailbone. Feel for feet lifting skywards. A little more press down through the low belly. Inhale, release. Hold the breath, squeeze prop. Exhale, elbows to right thigh. Curl your tailbone, lifting legs directly upwards. Feel for a little more connection to your wrap. Inhale back to center. Last round, hold the breath, squeeze the prop. As you exhale, reach to left thigh. Curl tailbone, lifting feet. Wrap again, head and shoulders rise. Press belly down. Inhale, release off, big breath. Hold the breath, squeeze prop, elbows to right thigh, lift it up. Feel for a reach through the right tricep. Squeeze the roll a second time. Feel the inner thighs begin to quiver. And then slowly release everything off. Head and shoulders down, feet down. Tuck your feet towards the butt. Arms to side, bridge pose with the prop between the inner legs. Lift your belly and hips upwards. Pause a moment. Feel for a little roll onto the prop, like your inner thighs kind of turn inwards onto it. And then just enjoy the counter pose, this extension now through the low belly area, like you're reaching more space between pubic bone and low ribs. Just take your breath back into your low core and feel it swirl around. So you've still got this centering, this sense of being rooted through the midline of the body. Allow that to support you rather than the neck and the jaw. Feel the squeeze of the prop drive through the front thighs, glutes engage. 2 more breaths, lift out of your chest. To come out of the pose, take an inhale and lift your hips half a centimeter higher. Squeeze the buttocks as you exhale, lower slowly. Top back, mid back, low back, all the way to the floor. And then release the prop from the inner thighs. Roll onto one side, come softly up to seated, pressing your hands to the floor. Brilliant. Come on to all fours. Let's do dolphin. And we'll do dolphin with Achilles stretch. So we'll be using the foot to engage a little more stretch through the low calf. Take your elbows down, grab a handful of bicep. Pivot on your elbow tips, place forearms flat to mat. Just for a moment, let's do something called, Dolphin Puppy. Don't straighten the legs, just push into your forearms like you're trying to dent your mat and feel the lift through the mid upper back as you balloon inhaling into between the shoulder blades. There's a little squeeze, elbows draw together. Imagine there's a prop there. Shake out the head. Now we're ready. Curl the toes, straighten the legs. Don't suddenly lose that connection to your forearms. Push them again into the floor and lift your chest out of your shoulders. Shake the head, yes, no. Let's focus on the core, the space beneath your belly button. I feel like it lifts up here, almost. In fact, let's do an Uttanasana. Take an inhale. Blow everything out of the mouth. Hold the breath, don't breathe. Scoop your belly up and under, lifting it towards the low ribs. Release the belly, take an inhale. Blow everything out. Let's do one more. Hold the breath, don't breathe. Scoop belly up and under. Feel how connected you can be to this area. Release the belly. Inhale. My cup of tea is going blah, blah. Put weight into your right foot. Lift your left foot off the ground. Spread the two toes apart and hook them onto the back of the right heel. As you exhale, pull your right heel down, stretching the back of your calf muscle. Press again through your forearms and scoop your belly up and under. Feel your Uddiyana Bandha, your core kind of connection zing up. Shake out the head. Right heel goes a little lower, make it work. Release the left foot, place it on the mat, lift your right foot up, spread the toes apart, big toe and next toe along, hook to right left ankle. Press it down, pushing the floor away. It's getting a little testy now, right? This dolphin. More scoop. Take a lion's breath out. Release the right foot, knees come down. Separate your knees for child's pose. Tuck your toes to touch, bottom lowers, lengthen forwards through the side ribs. Forehead to the mat or cheek to side, soften your breath. So having worked the belly and scooped it up, now let it go. Do the opposite, right? Let it soften, move towards the floor. Hang out. It also gets to have moments of quiet. Feel a spread of space across your low back as you let your hips open out. And then release, come all the way back to tabletop. Let's do a cat-cow tilt here. As you inhale, lengthen your chest up, lower the belly. Exhale, press your belly button to the ceiling, scoop and dome out. Two more like this. Feel something rather than go through the motions. Really easy to go through the motions of this. Where does it feel a little sticky this morning? In this undulation. Maybe it's the low back, maybe it's a spot right in the middle of the back. And then settle yourself back, curl your toes, straighten your legs, down dog. Breathe and spread your breath into the fingers of your hands and open the palms a little wider. Start to bend your elbows, moving into turbo dog from down dog, a little different. Wrap the eyes of elbows to squeeze together. Shake out the head, yes, no. Lift through the low belly area. Feel it now, that space behind the belly button. Engage a little kind of suck up. See how it adds a tiny bit of lightness just when you need it in the depths of this turbo dog. Straighten your arms, you're back in down dog. Walk your feet to join your hands. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Take a breath in, lengthen the belly. Deposit softly your belly button along your thighs. Let your head hang. Shake out the head. Interlace your hands, neck traction. Hang the head. Clasp your hands behind the base of the skull and neck and wrap your elbows inwards. Put a lot of softness through the knees. As you take an inhale, lift your ribs away from your hips, lengthening them forwards. And then let your back of skull soften as you hang down. Be very aware of your belly area in this forward fold right now. What's going on? Can you feel how you can sort of lengthen it and feel for decompressing the lumbar spine? Hands release, soften the knees, roll up to standing slowly. Beautiful. Agnisara, take your horse stance wide, legs apart, feet turned out. If you've got tight leggings on, make some space for your belly. You don't have to lift your top up, that's fully optional. Press your butt cheeks sort of into the tuck and put your hands top or mid thigh, lock out the arms. Take a full inhale. Blow everything out of the mouth. Hold the breath, don't breathe. Scoop belly up and under and then flap in and out. Release, inhale. It's got to be a way to make you laugh on a Tuesday morning. Blow everything out. Hold the breath, don't breathe. Suck up and under. Vacuum and then flappity flap. Inhale. Last one, blow everything out. Option to go as fast as you possibly can. That belly dancing career is still an option. Very slowly straighten your legs. It's actually not super. Have you ever watched belly dancing? It's incredible. I mean, it's incredible. How can anyone do that with their belly? It's brilliant. That is control. Right, sun salutations. Come and stand at front of mat. Have a blanket for knees. Whack your music on and start to breathe again when you get into Tadasana. Notice your soft, continued support from your core. Even as you stand up, feel like you pull into that center area below the belly button. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold, hang down. Lunge, left leg behind you, knee to mat. Take a full breath in here, lift up into your fingertips, pressing through your front left hip. Plank, hands down, step back. Press away the floor, scoop the belly. Knees lower as you exhale, chest lowers, modified chaturanga. Low cobra, inhale, lift your belly up and underneath you. Exhale, lengthen the chest, reset, down dog. Left leg lunges forward, right knee to mat. Take a full inhale, extend upwards. Exhale, float forwards. Forward fold. Come up to standing, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, arms extend. Forward fold, let the jaw relax, notice it. Right leg lunges, step back. As you inhale, feel for a telescoping of ribs and wrap your shoulders. Plank, hands down, step back. Fingers are really active, grabbing the mat, scoop the belly, knees lower as you exhale, chest lowers. Don't rush it. Inhale, low cobra. Pull your front ribs through the arms as you lengthen your legs away from you. Exhale, keep drawing the chest forwards. Reset, down dog. Right leg lunges, left knee down. Take a long breath in, extend up. Squeeze your left glute on, support your tuck. Exhale, float to forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go again. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold, hang down. Step your left leg behind you and lower the knee. Pause a moment here as you extend yourself upwards. And then place your hands on your hips and straighten your right leg so the heel is straight out in front of you. Nomads Pose. Take an inhale. As you exhale, start to forward fold with the torso, placing hands on top of right thigh. Walk your hands down the leg, see where you get to. Keep lengthening the back body. You might place fingertips on the floor, or if you've got a block, maybe it's there and you've got your hands on the block, or 2 blocks. Hamstring stretch is obvious. Now straighten the front foot. Feel like you're pushing the big toe pad towards the floor and feel a stretch through the front of your shin. Let the head soften. Take a full breath in and out. Feel a little squeeze of right butt cheek. Very elegantly, and it's a little tough, start to bend your right leg and step it behind you. You're in tabletop, hands to mat, down dog. Take a breath in down dog. Feel your sit bones rise up in front of you. Hinge forwards into high plank. Take a breath, scoop the belly, tuck tailbone, knees lower, chest lower as modified chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra, scoop it out. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot to front of mat, bring the right knee down, Nomads Pose. Inhale a moment, just get that length. Hands to hips, straighten the left leg, heel presses to mat. You take a long breath in, with a long belly, you walk your hands to the thigh, maybe to the shin. Maybe they get to the floor, but don't worry where you get to. Keep lengthening out of your belly button area. Nomads Pose, pressing the left foot, ball of foot towards the floor, stretch the front of the shin. Don't over egg it, right? Pull back slightly and feel what you're meant to be doing here. The left hamstring is stretching, squeeze the left buttock on. So you've got this control at the top of the hamstring. Pressing through the big toe pad of left foot, lengthen the shin. Amazing. Both hands to the mat. Step back into down dog. Look between your hands, step or hop to front of mat. Take an inhale, halfway lift, long back. Exhale, deep forward fold. Chair pose, come up. Squeezing the inner thighs together, engage your glutes and wrap your shoulders a little bit. Staying here for 3 breaths. Feel for squeezing your inner thighs, but also driving down through the heel area of the foot. Can you sink your butt a little lower? Inhale, straighten the legs, come to standing, hands at heart center. Ooh, that feels nice. Take a breath in, arms extend up. Forward fold, exhale, hang down. Lunge, right leg behind you, knee to mat. Super easy twisting lunge. Right hand stays on the floor. Lift the left arm behind you, spread your wings. So listen up, twisting is an interesting concept for the low belly. Think about the softness and the strength combined. As you inhale, soften the belly, lengthen the front ribs. As you exhale, rotate, but also feel like you pull the belly button to the back spine, engaging a little support. So this combination is required. Float the left hand down, plank, step back. Inhale in plank, scoop the belly, knees lower, chest lower as modified chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra, squeeze shoulder blades together and engage your low glutes. Exhale, down dog. Right leg lunges forward, left knee to mat. Take a breath here. Leave the left hand on the mat and sweep the right arm to ceiling. Open yourself up. Notice the belly a moment. Just take an inhale, soften it. Lengthen both edges of ribs forwards as you exhale, rotate. And then in the rotation, just feel a little pull back. Core supports the move. Find that Goldilocks middle point. Strength and softness. Float the right hand down, forward fold, exhale out. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do one more round of suns, no fancy bits. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, hang down. Lunge, left leg behind you, knee to mat. Take a full breath in, extend out of yourself. Hands to mat, plank, exhale. Take an additional inhale, scoop the belly. Knees lower as you come out of this, exhaling, chest lowers. Low cobra, inhale, press ribs through the arms, squeeze your inner thighs. Exhale, down dog. Left leg lunges forward, right knee down, big inhale. Exhale, float to forward fold. Match your breath to the rhythm of your moves. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last round, right side, inhale. Forward fold, hang down. Right leg lunges back, knee down. Breath in, extend up. Exhale, plank, step back. Push into your hands, scoop your armpits, knees lower as you exhale, core engages, lower down. Inhale, low cobra, feel for lifting space through the front belly. And keep lengthening the belly as you reset down. Hands to mat, down dog. Right leg lunges forward, left knee comes to mat. As you breathe upwards, extend. Exhale, float to forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just pause a moment. Take the breath. Soften it through the upper back areas. Your shoulders relax, because you can relax them, because there's still a little tone in the core as you stand in Tadasana. That gentle pull through the belly, your center, your support. Let's do some vignettes. Inhale, chair pose, sink the bottom low and pause again. Squeeze your glutes on, feel for sinking downwards. Just take your breaths a little wider. Notice the energy that is needed right through the legs. We get that. Soften the shoulders, right? Just don't let that get all hunchy. One more breath. Exhale, forward fold, hang down. Inhale, halfway lift, long back. Step or hop into plank. Take a full inhale here, push floor away. Full or modified chaturanga, knees can lower or you come to hover. Inhale, low cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot to front of mat for pyramid. Back foot comes in a little bit. When you come up to standing, your hips face the short end of the mat. Take a breath here, lifting the belly. So you exhale with a long back, hinge from the hips, come to halfway. Pause. Both hands to top of left thigh, press into this area, lengthen your chest again. Just notice already the stability you have through your legs and this connection to the underside of your belly button area. It's kind of engaged. But now you're going to walk your hands a little lower, maybe using props, a block or two. And when you move to forward fold, it all changes. I want you to let the belly go completely. Let it kind of hang out. Maybe sigh out to remind yourself to do that. For this moment, you don't need it. You get to focus to the back of that left leg, squeeze the buttock on a little bit, and then just soften forwards, let go. Huge inhales and exhales. Standing splits, put weight into your right foot and start to lift up the back right leg, reaching it to the ceiling. Spread the toes, feel like you go up and away. Let the head hang. You're still in this forward fold motion, right? This sense of letting it all hang out slightly. Walk both hands anti-clockwise towards 9 o'clock on the clock face and reach particularly through the right armpit for an additional side stretch. Lift your right leg up 1 centimeter higher. Get it working, inner thigh line totally on. And then hands walk back. You float very gently the right foot to mat. Step back into plank. Take a full breath here. Scoop the belly. As you exhale, knees lower, chest lowers, modified chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra, scoop it out. As you exhale, come down. Let's grab the roll. We're going to lie over it, just to make sure that cup of tea gets a bit more gurgling. Place it in the fleshy part of the belly. When you lie down over your roll, it's definitely above the hip bone, below the rib cage. Take a moment to settle in and let the torso, upper body just soften to the mat. Head to one side. So just notice the kind of invasion. It is a bit like an invasion. It's like, God, this doesn't feel right. We shouldn't really have something squishing into this area. And then just stop thinking about that and just feel what's going on when you let it in. And this is a test, right? Because it's really hard to fully let go of your abs. Couple of sighs out. Hands under shoulders, curl toes, down dog. Nothing to do except lie over that roll. But just for a moment in down dog, when I come out of lying on the roll, I get this tingling sensation down my legs. Like suddenly, there's a whole load of nerve connections which lit up. And they're much more kind of connected to the core of my body. Maybe that happened, maybe it didn't to you, whatever. Let's do the other side. Step the right foot forward for pyramid. Back foot tucks in a little bit. It's slightly turned out. Front foot straight, hands on your hips. Take a breath in. Feel now this kind of new space in the front of the body as you lengthen forwards. Pause, hands to top of right thigh. Press into that area, lengthening your crown of head. Don't rush this. Take another breath. Very slowly walk the hands down the thigh and the leg. Bring a block into play. 2 blocks on either side of the right foot, really nice, or 1 in the middle. And then just the forward fold demands the belly now switches off slightly. So really let that happen. Really feel like you just kind of go like that through the low belly. Draw your right hip back in space slightly, left hip forwards, and squeeze your right glute to the back of the hamstring. Activate the stretch. Keep lengthening out of the solar plexus. Twisting pyramid. Oh no, let's not do that. Let's do standing splits before we twist. I knew there was a stage. Float the left leg up, drive through your right standing leg, extend. Lengthen out of your inner line of leg now, making that nexus through the pelvic bowl. It's like the junction for all this leg activity and strength. Walk your hands clockwise. This time they get to about 3 o'clock. Well, at least your right hand does, and then reach into your left fingertips. Head hangs, jaw is relaxed. Raise your left leg 1 centimeter higher. And then walk your hands back, float the left foot behind you, step back into down dog. Take a full breath in down dog. Knees lower as you exhale, and then bring the roll back onto the mat and lie down over it. Let's do Cobra over the roll. So you've got the prop there, squishing around in your gut. Just lie down for a moment and swivel your hips side to side. Really get it kind of juicy right in there. Hands come forward of shoulders as wide as the mat. Engage a little connection to your legs. Feel like you lengthen them away from you and your inner thighs perk up. Take an inhale, lift your chest, scooping pubic bone around the base of the roll. And then when you get up, feel your legs again. Feel like they're being pulled down the mat. Shoulder blades draw together. You're staying upright, lengthening the ribs away from the roll. And your breaths are slow and steady. Squeeze the muscles between the shoulder blades on slightly. Your rhomboids activate. Inner thigh muscles engage. Glutes, turn them on. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, drag yourself across the roll, lengthening the belly. Let them roll back in. Squidgy squidge. Hands under shoulders, curl toes, down dog. Move the roll to one side. Take a huge inhale here. Step your left foot to front of mat, warrior one. Back foot turned out slightly, rise up. Inhaling all the way. Feel for pressing the right hip a little more forward in space. Take your hands behind you, interlace, lift your chest. Humble warrior, as you exhale, float yourself forwards, feeling that belly. When you get past the midpoint, it goes, right? You let it go, you hang. It's that forward fold sensation again. Reach the arms clasped to ceiling. But it's strange, right? Because the legs are working really hard. Your hip, left hip is really turned on. But you can still soften the belly around the edges, right? You feel it. You feel the letting go, the upper body slide forwards. Release the hands, place them on your hips and drive yourself back up to upright here. Ooh, that's quite a lot of work for the hip. Listen up, hop your back right foot in a little bit. We're coming into a balance here. Look at your left foot and drive weight through it, lifting the right knee to the chest and hugging it in. Twisting standing balance. Take the left hand to outside edge of right knee and float the right arm behind you. Breathe into your right chest area. Stay here, softening your breath, or grab with your left hand your right foot and extend it. So there's a lot of stuff now going on in the belly and it's very much on rather than off. Lift your ribs away from the belly button, lengthen. Pull your belly button to the back spine, engage your core to support your balance. And then very slowly, just come out of this and place your right foot back down at the mat. You're standing at the front of your mat in Tadasana. Rock forwards onto tippy toes, heels. Open the palms wide, close your eyes, take a full breath in and a full breath out. Center yourself. Inhale, chair pose, stick the butt low, squeeze the buttocks on, wrap out the shoulders, 3 breaths. Hold it, press through your feet, especially the heel area, right? There's this kind of press down through that back bit of the foot. As you exhale, forward fold, straighten the legs. Hang down, belly softens. Inhale, halfway lift, long back. Exhale, step or hop into plank. Take a full breath here. Scoop the belly up, tuck tailbone. As you exhale, knees lower, chest lowers, modified chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra, lift and lengthen. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot to front of mat, warrior one, foot position. Back foot turned out, rise up. Inhale. Square your left hip forwards. Feel this kind of drive through the right thigh. Hands interlace, open your chest. Lengthen your belly, feel its extension. And then as you exhale, soften through with a long back, hinging into humble warrior. Wrap your shoulder blades towards each other as you lift your clasped hands. Let the head hang. Start to notice your legs. Draw your right hip back, left hip forwards. Drive through your legs so you can let your belly go a little more. Do that. Feel the difference when you soften around the edges of the belly. Just let the head hang, let it all hang out. Amazing, hands to hips, press through active legs, particularly the right thigh. Drive yourself back up to straight. Ooh, that is quite hard work. Hop the left foot in, begin to put weight through the right foot and sweep as gently as possible, left knee to chest, hug it in. Steady yourself, find your breath. Your length now through the belly is long, right? You've got it, you've nailed it. Twisting standing balance, right hand to outside edge of left knee. Sweep the left arm behind you, rotating. Feel your breath move upwards. Option to grab the left foot and extend it. These are all options. Keep lifting the ribs away from the belly button. Up and lengthwise. And very slowly release the foot. Bring it back to standing in Tadasana at front of mat. Spread your palms wide. Close your eyes. Take a breath in and out. How connected, how centered do you feel now just standing here? What is going on? Feels good to be in body. Amazing. Come all the way down. Before Shavasana, I would love to do frog over the roll, half frog over the roll. So you'll need the roll again. Remember, when you lie down over the roll here, you're going to have one leg extended, but the other leg is going to be in frog, right? So I'm just showing you what it looks like if you could see yourself from top down. One leg is be out to the side. Let's start with the left leg out. So just, and make sure you're comfy, right? Especially as the left leg goes out. Either do it so your knees are on the mat, or you've got a blanket under the knee that's taken out to the side. So just lie down over the roll, take your left leg out to the side and have it in frog. Make sure it's as level with the hip as you can imagine it. Everything at right angles, right leg extends away. The roll goes under your tummy. It's slightly to the right. So it feels like the edge of the roll just hooks into the inner right hip crest. And then you just lie down over it. Gets right into your iliac psoas. And there's no cues here except let the roll in. Soften all the gripping around the upper back, the jaw, and just see what happens. What happens when you let go in the belly? Imagine that someone has gently got hold of your right foot and is pulling it straight down and away from you. And then soften, particularly the right side of the belly into the roll. Come out of this really slowly. Hands press under the shoulders. It's a little awkward. Come back to your knees and swap your legs out. Lengthen the left leg. Take the right leg into frog. Slide it away. Give it some padding under the knee. Lay over the roll. It's slightly to the left so that the edge of the roll just hooks into the inner side of your left hip crest. And you feel that particular kind of opening into the left iliac psoas. Notice the differences between the sides, right? One side of the belly more receptive to the roll than the other, maybe. One side of the diaphragm tighter. And if it all feels really uncomfortable, just take your breaths and smooth them out while you just don't get too involved in that story. Slow them down, these breaths. Press gently upwards, hands under your chest, and just elegantly flip yourself onto your back for Shavasana. Get very comfortable. Use the props around you that help with Shavasana if they're there. Legs up the wall, whatever you fancy. But just as you lie here and come into softness, just notice the belly area. Notice the space just beneath the belly button. What does it feel like? Come into your Shavasana. Start to slowly deepen your breaths. Notice in particular the softness around the belly area as you take your inhales. Let it go. Bring a little movement into fingers, toes, wrists and ankles. Arms reach above you, legs in the opposite direction. Inhale. As you exhale, draw your knees to your chest, hug them in, roll side to side. Extend an arm up above you, whichever one feels that you want to do that with, and roll onto that side, keeping your eyes shut, keeping your breath steady. You don't always need a plan. Sometimes you just need to breathe. You need to trust, and you just let go. And then you just see what happens. Very gently press yourself up to seated. Hands in prayer at center of chest. Feel your inhale lift length through the front of your belly. And your exhale, bring a lot of softness around the jaw and the neck. My soul honors your soul. Namaste. Thank you very much, everyone.